Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, we're renovating a caravan and there's plenty of videos to see how the journey's gone so far. We're at a stage now where we've pretty much finished the front of the caravan, and if you look back to how it was when we first got it, this was a 31, now it's a 32-year old caravan, and it was your typical 1980s/early 1990s caravan with the retro style interior and exterior. We sort of knew what we wanted to do with the caravan in terms of how we wanted to renovate it. We decided on going with a wonderful boho theme throughout the inside and outside of the caravan. But first things first, we needed to strip everything out and take the front panels off the caravan inside walls so that we could address issues of damp, which was one of the main efforts that we had at the start of this renovation project. But before we dive into the hows and what not to do with renovating a caravan and to get rid of any damp issues, I'll say now that over the past month and a half we've been pretty busy with our allotment. And for anyone who is a little bit green-fingered, you should know that if you've got an allotment, it takes quite a bit of time to get things to how they need to be. And this plot of land gives us pretty much all of our fruits and vegetables for most of summer and autumn and a little bit into winter. So it's a time-intensive thing, and it's a wonderful thing to have. So what I'm basically saying is the time that we've had to put into the caravan has been put on hold for the past month and a half, which is fine. One of the first things we did with the caravan after we stripped everything out was we made a decision on having a kitchen or not, and we decided not to have a kitchen, so we stripped the entire thing out and literally ripped everything out once all the nuts and bolts were off. And then we decided to install a bar from an MDF board and added in some Fablon to make it look like a piece of wood. And this thing actually worked really well. It's nice and stable, and it's a beautiful, beautiful piece. Look at this. And we were pretty happy and impressed with our work. And so once you walk into the caravan, that's the first thing you see. And it just adds to the whole theme of the project. And it will get used for some minor cooking using portable gas and act as a bar. Minor jobs were completed between bigger jobs, but one of the biggest ones was this front section of the caravan in terms of damp. And if you can see in this video, all of the black, that is the damp that's come through. So we stripped the wood back, got rid of any seriously rotten wood that couldn't be repaired, added this rot hardener which prevents it from rotting and hardens the wood, and then we added a filler, sanded that down, and then installed the walls using some thin panels of wood. Adding these front panels, it took me the best part of half a day to complete. One of my sons helped me with that. Throughout this project, our children have helped in little bits so they can learn and understand what the hard work is, and also how to do a bit of manual labour, and they can learn some skills along the way. After we installed this front panel, luckily it rained that evening, and I came back the next day to see what it was like, and it was damp again. It appeared that as I was hammering the nails in to pin it onto the wood, the front had opened up again, so I temporarily sealed it with some tape, and then we applied a paper and yacht varnish sealant to the front of the caravan. There is a video on that, but I'll let you guys have a look at it. It did the trick for a short period of time, and then it didn't. So now we will readdress the front outside of the caravan. However, the inside walls were painted, and then we continued to work and look at the difference now. This is currently where we're sat with the Caravan. It is looking pretty cool. We installed a floor. These are fairly easy to install. There's an entire video on how we installed this. And we also applied some Fablon to the ceiling, but we cut it into strips as though they were like single planks of wood. Hopefully you can see the effect from there. This reduced the weight of the Caravan whilst giving it that solid feel that there is a ceiling on the Caravan that is appealing to the eye and structurally sound. Amy worked her magic with a sewing machine on two areas, one being the curtains throughout the front of the Caravan and also the seat covers. So we use the old seats from the Caravan because they fit and they matched, but we wanted to add a new fabric to it. So we found this leather, and it was a fairly expensive purchase. However, just look at that. That is that's pretty cool, and it's so comfortable as well. In terms of how we've done, what do you guys think? If you just comment below, tell us your honest opinion. We read every single bit of feedback that we get, and we try and respond to everything. But we are, on a personal level, really happy with what we've done. If you enjoyed watching this video, consider liking and subscribing. We thank you very much for sticking with us, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace.